Hello, this is Alex the DJ Placky Bag. Welcome to another edition of Night Owls for Night Owls, the Night Owl show for fans of Night Owls. We are here with Michelle tonight.
Evening.
Hello, everybody. I'm just going to turn off that terrible Star Wars music and I'll just turn that right down. I got some new speakers for the computer and I hate them. They cost us £7 from the Entertainment Exchange, but they're too muffly. I've plugged them in. And I thought to myself, oh, they'll be good for night owls. They'll be nice and clear. And it turns out they're not. As soon as you turn the volume up a little bit, that's it. They go, eh. So I'll turn that off. Turn that off. That's my theme tune ruined. Anyway, how is everybody today? We've been waiting weeks to do another show, haven't we? I've been too busy discoing.
Yes.
I've had loads of discos to do over the past few months. And I've been missing you all. So I hope plenty of you, well, I hope nobody's lost any interest anyway. Judging by the amount of listeners we've got on here, nobody's listening. So so maybe everybody's lost interest. But what we're going to do is, Michelle's trying to log into her account. What you're logging onto there?
For it to warm up.
Oh, right. She's got one of these Android tablet computers.
Oh,
and it's now, you got that from the Entertainment Exchange as well, didn't you?
yeah, I know why.
Aye. Yeah. How much did you pay for it?
£50.
You paid £50 for it. How much are the brand new?
Probably £50.
I can tell you.
From China.
I can tell you exactly how much they are. They're £60 brand new.
Really?
Yes, I found this out later on, and to be honest, I wouldn't pay any more than £60 for
I
one.
wouldn't, no.
Because what it is, it's a laptop. It's lovely and light. You can lift it up with one finger. Mm-hmm. But it's got the Android operating system on, and it's absolutely crap.
It's okay for quick browsing.
Aye.
But you don't have your tab bar at the top. So once you're on a page, you have to go all the way back to the start or turn it off and then we do it.
So Michelle can't answer anybody who's doing any text at the minute. We have got some people who've joined, but anyway, hang on. So I'm trying to log Michelle in because we're using this different computer. Oh, yes. So what we got on tonight, Michelle?
Just normal banter.
Normal banter. You have been doing some research this week, so I have discovered, because you emailed me all the stuff.
I did. I haven't done much because
the
kids are off school, so it's hard to...
I'm just keeping you talking while I'm logging you in.
I know you are. I found out that the most interesting fact I found out this week was why I always need to go to the toilet after having a coffee.
Oh, we didn't want to talk about that, but go on.
I know we'll talk about it
later. No, we'll talk about this as an adult show. Yes, we'll talk about this.
We will talk about that.
But we're going to talk. But was this research you were just doing for yourself, or was it for the show?
No, it was for the show, and I came across it, and I thought, wow.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got people you may know. Keith Brown, I work with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Isn't it amazing how Facebook knows everybody who you might know?
Yeah.
That's pretty scary. Anyway, so I'm going to log on to Facebook as well and make sure I can see everyone. No, I haven't got everything set up for to take calls tonight, have I? Actually, I don't know where the amplifier is to do that.
It's underneath the table.
It is underneath the table. You're not going to... Just about 2 minutes. We're a little bit late coming on tonight because I couldn't find the microphone stand. And I looked everywhere for it, and Michelle was having a bit of a nap before we did the show tonight. And Dare says, Shell, do you know where it is? She goes, it's under the settee. So that's the way she talks when she's not on here. And it was under the settee. So there we are. So we've got it up and running. I remember last time, actually, we did the show, we did it without the microphone stand. It sounded a lot better because I was holding the microphone in my hand.
Well, that seems really high up.
Well, it's not high up.
That's just my chair's tiny and small.
I've given you the horrible, uncomfortable chair. Now, do you want the comfy chair?
No, it's okay.
Really?
Yeah,
good, because I want it.
Mm.
I will swap you. I'll swap you later on. Right, so I'm going to log on to thingy now. Onto the web page now.
I'm on it.
So if anybody's left any messages yet, we haven't seen them.
No, I haven't.
Oh, do you hear that cough? I've just started developing that as well. My mate phoned us up last night on night owls for night owls. What have you made me this cup of coffee?
It's a proper pot of coffee.
No, it's nice.
Excuse me?
It's nice, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that in a proper cup. Do you know why?
Why?
We've got that cup. It's one of these ones that keep your coffee hot. It's like a thermos cup, and you put a top on it. But, oh, excuse me, I'm coughing me. You will come on here now when I'm starting coughing. But it's one of these ones that you get from the pound shop. And all you can taste when you drink from them is plastic, this chemically plastic. Blah.
It's not man, it's your powdered milk and your
it's nice. I like the powdered milk. I can't actually drink coffee without powdered milk now. I like it that much. Anyway, comments. There we go. So, have we had any yet?
No.
If you can hear we tonight, please leave a message. Tell where you can hear we, and it should come up on the Night Owls page for it. There we go. And I'll just make sure there's people there as well. Yes, there is people there. So I know there's at least 2 people there listening. Usually it means there's a few more though, because at the end of the show it does give you the full amount.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's people coming on and then leaving, or it's just not given with the correct amount of people who are listening.
A lot of
at the
people
time.
are probably on holiday, summer holidays.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Yes. Well, yes, but they've still got the app. Everybody who goes on holiday takes their internet with them, don't they? Even if it's on the phone, because you can listen to us on the phone now, can't you?
Good. I wouldn't if I was on holiday.
Oh, well, that's great, isn't it? You wouldn't even listen to your own show.
No. This time of night, if I was camping, I'd probably be like in bed.
Well, you know, camping
or outside looking at stuff.
What, in the dark?
You know, stars.
Yeah,
You're
no,
bare.
because it's the what is it? It's the meteor show at the minute. The
Today's the last day of it.
Aye. What's it called? It's the meteor shower anyway.
Perseus.
No, it's not. No. That's not it. The Stefan PD meteor shower. Stefan PD. It is PD, isn't it? Who's looking after the show at the moment. On Metro. Well, Alan's on holiday. I don't know where Alan's gone for his holidays. He doesn't. I don't think he discloses where he's going in case the fanatical night owls come chasing after him. Because there has to be a few. Does Alan Robson get stalked? I reckon
think he would.
I think he would get stalked, mate. I think he would definitely get stalked. And I'll tell you something. I remember when I was a Ben, and I was listening to the Night Owls, and Alan used to live in Cramlington at the time. Now I live in Cramlington, but I didn't stalk him. I'm honest, I never did. I swear. But there was some kids in Cramlington who camped out on his lawn.
Yeah.
And he came home from work one night and found them camping out on his grass in his front lawn. He said that on the show once. So there you go. So that's not stalking, but it must be bloody irritating.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, as for us, nobody knows us, so it's, we don't get stalked.
No.
If you would like to stalk us, you can find us on Facebook.
We do get stopped every now and again.
Do we? But that's normally by the police for speeding, and that's normally you. How many times have you been caught speeding? You haven't. You've been caught twice.
Yeah, but the first time, that wasn't my fault.
How was it not your fault the first time?
Because we had just come on that road in Scotland, the dual carriageway, and there wasn't any signs telling you what speed it was. Like on the slip road approaching it, or like once you're on it.
Oh, really?
You didn't say any.
I was asleep.
You were not.
I was a passenger. I was an innocent passenger.
You weren't.
I was an innocent passenger like that lass in.
How many times you been caught?
Once.
Just caught once, though.
Yeah, well, I was at work, wasn't I? I was at work and I'd picked up a vehicle from work, and I'd come out from Morpeth and I'd got onto this road which had all the looks of what would have been a 50-mile-an-hour limit. And do you know what I was caught doing?
What?
35. But you see, it was in Morpeth and it was a massive field on one side, and on the other side it was kind of a path, and then there was a big bit of grass and then a load of houses.
Yeah.
And so it was 30 miles an hour. But it didn't feel like that. Never mind that there was a big sign that said 30 miles an hour. That's got nothing to do with it. It looked and it felt. And I blame the council for making it look and feel that way. So there you go.
Well, that's what they do, though. I mean, you've got dual carriageways. Like in Cramlington, we've got one that's a 50, one that's a 40,
aye.
and one that's a 30.
I-
You know, nobody seems to know what the speed limits are around here.
Well, that's crazy because the one in Cramlington, I'm going to tell you about it. By the way, if you've had any, if you've been caught speeding, tell about it because we'll mention it on here as well. And are you still checking out? You might have to keep refreshing your page with it being on an Android
I
computer.
don't know how to.
Anyway, what was I saying again? Something to do with speeding.
Yeah.
Cramlington, bloomin' heck. Let me tell you about Cramlington. So you were caught in Cramlington, weren't you?
Yeah.
But you were on a dual carriageway?
Yep.
So this dual carriageway, it's been there since the year dot. It was built with Cramlington. It's next to Alexandra Park, and the other side is the high school. In between the dual carriageway, there's a big metal fence so nobody can cross over and lob over the fence.
Yeah.
And just to make sure you can't lob over the fence, they've grown a great big bush across it as well. So, to be quite honest, nobody's going to cross.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? They lowered the speed limit to 30 mile an hour. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not against the speed limit being 30 mile an hour. Maybe it's appropriate. There are, in fact, people walking along the side of the road, you know, who could be hit by a lorry if they jumped out, if they suddenly had a spasm. But, you see, to have a dual carriageway at 30 mile an hour, what's the point in that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't have a dual carriageway. You can't overtake anybody at 30 mile an hour. Turn it back into a single carriageway.
Yeah.
Put some soil down or something, some weeds in it like they've done. Because that's what they've done in Cramlington, isn't it?
It is.
They've said, oh, we're going to have wildflowers. Let's have some wildflowers. We're going to make it lovely and pretty. So what did they do? This is great, this. They put a load of weeds down and said they were wildflowers.
Well, they are now, they've flowered. But when
They
you
are.
first do it, it's just awful. It's like a big building site all the way up the road.
Oh, well, they dig up they didn't even make a look at it. They dug up the soil where they used to cut the grass, and this is the point I'm making. I think they've done this so they don't have to bring the grass cutters out.
It is. It's the
So
same
they
money.
dug up the soil, like they were ploughing the fields. They put a load of seeds down that were weeds. They must have been the cheapest they could find and just let them grow.
Yeah.
Now, didn't get us wrong. They look bonny for a couple of weeks. But then they just look like a load of overgrown weeds. And then you've got to wait for the council to come and dig them up. So here's my advice to the council. Oh, man, get your act together.
Yeah.
Let us have our grass back and cut it. Mind you, they haven't been too bad in our area for cutting the grass at the minute, have they?
But we have a councillor live on our estate.
We do. We've got a councillor, and I have to say, he is in fact a Tory councillor.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know how to feel about that, but he got voted in. And I have to say he was voted in because he was very good. He was fighting for the people. If people had a problem, he would go and he would he would voice their opinions, and things have been done. But do you know what really upsets me about it?
What?
And don't get us wrong, I'm not prejudiced against Tory councillors much. But what really upsets me is that the Labour who are now candidates, they're no longer in the position of councillor, the Labour lot just sit there like there's no the matter.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do a thing for you. They sit there and pick their nose and do sweet, funny Adams.
Yep.
And that's why they've been voted out. They think they can just sit there and just get people's votes because they're disgruntled with the government, which in fact we are. And then they get voted out. And what do they do when they've been voted out? Shall I tell you?
What?
They go to Wetherspoons. And shall I tell you why that's not surprising?
Why?
Because that's where they were anyway. Anyway, are we getting any comments yet?
Stu's listening. And
Stu
Robson.
Stu, my mate. Oh, Stu.
He's in Rome.
Stu, you're in Rome,
Ooh.
mate. You are in Rome.
Very nice.
And I'll tell you something. Stu did put on the Facebook this morning that he's been seeing lots of the meteors.
Probably be less pollution. Like sky
Aye, in
pollution.
Rome. There will be. Aye, there'll be less pollution. And I think
That'd be nice, that though. That'd be
Aye,
lovely.
in Rome.
Mm.
Oh, I bet he's been to the Vatican.
Right up.
Might have done. I would go to the Vatican. I'll pop in. We've probably got a coffee shop and
Gift shop.
gift shop and all that lot. Shake hands with the Pope.
Yeah.
But no, that'd be great. But I would love to be out there. I mean, if you Britain is always misty. I mean, we went out the other night. It was what you would call a British clear night.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because we live in Cramlington, there was loads of light pollution. And although it would have
did
been...
get to see the odd, like, 1 or 2 meteors, or didn't we? With
well,
the
we
kids?
did. We saw that
Yeah,
one.
we did.
What we did was we went to our local hills, the Teletubby Hills next to our estate, which are 75 metres above sea level, but that's, you know, don't quite get the height of the house. We lay on the grass on a blanket and we looked towards the stars for about 20 minutes and I got sick of my life. But we saw one. But I have to say that there's lots of moisture in the British air, and that moisture reflects the light. Even though there's another cloud there, the moisture reflects the light and you just see out. You see out. So
I did see one. So.
we could have gone to Kielder.
Could have.
We could have done, but it's too far away. And to be honest, Kielder, we're going to go to Kielder this week anyway.
We could have went to stay at your mum's.
Yeah, but she's got loads of trees around. You not see the full sky. You need to see the full sky to see the...
Lie on a roundabout.
No, you could do. Oh, my mother's got a roundabout. Wouldn't do any good, though. You wouldn't see the full sky. You need to see the full sky to see it. However, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Oh, it was something to do with that. I was on the Teletubby Hills, blah, 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 blah. And you kind of said, Kielder. So we were going to go to Kielder. I says, how are you? Because we're going to be looking after the niece on the on Monday. I says, we could go to Kielder. We'll go on the ferry boat and we'll sail across Kielder in the ferry boat, have the tour, and that'll be great for the kids. And bear in mind, it is peak season. We thought, what better time to go? So we went on the website. Shut. Kielder is shut.
Well, the boat's shut.
Well, the boat's
Everything
shut.
else is still open.
Well, the boat's a load of rubbish anyway.
Well, you've just said you wanted to take the kids on it.
I did want to take, because I like the experience of being on a boat. You know, going on the water, and it's quite nice. But the boat itself is, it's dire. When did we last go on it? It was a while ago, wasn't it? A couple of years.
Not last year.
Oh, was it last year? Was it? It might have been last year then. So we went on it last year. Hang on, are you still keeping an eye on people?
Yeah, it just takes us about 5 minutes after everybody's responded.
Hang on, then let me have a look. I'm going to have a quick look and see who's responded on here. It does seem slow today, but
not mine. It's just my computer.
Is it? Well, it could be my computer as well. I've got my computer on here, and there we are. All right, Ollie Ely's with us.
Yeah.
Ollie Ely's with us.
And Annette.
And Annette's with us. Hello, Annette. And we've got Dawn Holmes. Oh, and we've got you as well. And of course, we've got Stu Robson. Oh, hey, I tell you what. Now, Stu Robson, when you come back, because when Stu Robson comes up this neck of the woods, I always like to go out with him for a quick jar of ale. And what a laugh we'll have. Belly laughs. Belly laughs. We've got Dawn Holmes. It's Stefan Is it Peddy? She's trying to describe what his name is. Is it Peddy or Peddy? Now she's saying it's Stefan. See, I still can't read that. Pedee.
I would say
Peddy.
Peddy. Depends on your Geordie language, doesn't it? Like on
Stefan Peddy. Well, I know Neil. He'll not go on while Stefan's on.
Really? Why not?
Well, I don't know. I think he likes Alan because Alan's his special friend.
Yeah.
But so we've got there's Annette. She's saying hello, Annette. Welcome to the show. And we've also got I've mentioned we've got Ollie Ely, haven't we? So that's everybody there. Now where's Davy Scopey Patterson?
Pub.
He'll be at the pub, and God bless him if he is. That's where we should be as well.
Won't work.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll just have a look at our live events thing. Let's see how many people are actually with us at the minute. Oh no, we've got plenty of viewers at the minute on there, so there's plenty of we're coming in. So keep it going, keep chatting, keep telling us what you're thinking and things like that. Now I was talking about Kielder and the boat at Kielder. So we went up to the boat at Kielder last year, and I don't know why we decided I wanted to go back. But anyway, it said on it, oh, there's a coffee, and you can have a coffee on our luxurious boat.
Yeah.
So we got there, And it was this smallish boat, which I don't mind it being a small boat. You know, when you think of a ferry, you do think of carpets on the floor and things like that. But you got to it, and it was plastic seats that they'd got from a school that had obviously shut down.
And just screwed them down.
And then
the
they'd taken the legs off and then screwed them to boards on the floor. It was there was American tourists there. I was embarrassed. I'm British. I was embarrassed. I thought, this is the biggest body of water in the whole of Europe, or the biggest volume of water.
Yeah.
And what do we give them? This.
South Shields Ferry's nicer.
It is.
It's a lot nicer than
just
that
put
one.
South Shields Ferry there, and it would be lovely. But anyway, so we got on board and we started the travelling. I thought, there'd be nothing nicer than just looking out at this beauty and drinking a lovely cup of coffee. So I went over to where they had this coffee, and this teenager sitting. It was a hut. It wasn't a hut. Sorry, it was like a cupboard. It was like an understairs cupboard. And it was this young lad on his phone. Now, he was on his phone, but he couldn't get a signal, but he still kept tapping it as if he could. I was so frustrated that... Do you know when a fly is trying to get out of a room and it keeps banging its head against the window?
Yeah.
But there's no hope. It's just not going to happen. But he keeps doing it anyway. Well, that's what this young lad was like on his mobile phone, trying to get a signal, because if he didn't get it, that was his whole world over, because kids today must be connected to the internet.
Yeah.
But anyway, this young lad there says, "Hello, Bonnie lad." He says, "Hi, what can I do for you?" I said, "Wait." I says, "I'd love a cup of coffee." He says, "Oh, I think the water's still warm in the flasks. Let us have a look." And I looked. And literally, in his little cubby hole that he was in, it looked like a dive. But he had 2 flasks there, but they hadn't refilled them from the last trip. So all I had was like water, and it was lukewarm water. And he says, "There's still some water in here from before. Do you want us to make you coffee?" And they had like instant coffee that they were going to make. I says, "Hinny, I didn't think I'll bother. Have you got any cans of pop? I'll have one of them. I think I got a can of pop." There's some things... how we, man, I was embarrassed. There was American tourists on. The Americans would go back and say, "Hey, gee whiz, we went on this little old English boat and it was absolutely shite." Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say things like that, but that's what they would say. That's what they would say when they got back. It's not a good advertisement for the Northeast or for Britain.
Yeah.
For Britain. And but we decided we'd give them another chance. I thought it would be good for the kids. But it turned out they were shut in peak season.
Yeah.
So there you are. So we never did. How we doing?
Yeah, but it's probably the boats like sank or something, hasn't it?
They're closed because the boat sank. Do you know what? It wouldn't make any difference. They need a new boat. That is just shocking, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocking. So you've been doing research this week anyway, haven't you? And we bought a book of funny facts. Let me just get that. Oh, it is as well. So we're going to be reading some of these funny facts, are we?
Yeah.
Okay, we will. We're going to take turns. Like Steve Wright in the afternoon. I'm sorry, I thought Shell was going to respond there, but she was doing a massive yawn. We're going to take turns reading them.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, then. Now, Shell did have a bit of a sleep before the show, didn't you?
I did, but I'm still really...
You're still like...
Just with do you know what did it? We went to Wet and Wild.
Oh, right,
and
yeah,
it was
we
just
did.
horrendous.
Don't go to Wet and Wild, it's minging. Honestly...
And that's what I've been just knackered ever since.
Oh, do you know what? I hated going to Wet and Wild. I didn't want to go, I'll be honest. We went to town, had quite a nice day in town, but the bands were harping on how they wanted to go to Wet and Wild. I thought, let's just go and get it over and done with. And it was as bad as I thought it would be. In fact, it was worse. It was worse than I thought it would be because it was so busy. Here's what we went in. Paid the money to go in. Now, bear in mind, you do get all day. So you kind of complain the price. But we went in and it was heaving. We could hardly get a locker to get changed. In fact, I was so frustrated and I nearly just stripped off in the middle of the place. But that's just me. Then we got in there and the bands decided they wanted to go on these flumes where you get a rubber ring and you sit on it and you go down the flumes. Oh, man. So I did a bit swimming. Oh, hang on. My computer's just gone off.
Oh.
I did a bit swimming and I thought, because when I'm in the water, I like to swim. And keep myself fit. Well, you couldn't move.
No.
You couldn't move for bloody people. There was bloody people. Every time I tried to swim and keep myself fit, there was just bodies
It was
everywhere.
just horrible teenage kids.
Everywhere you went. So the kid said, "Well, when I go in the queue," and I thought, right, we'll go in the queue and get a rubber dingy. So we went in the queue, and I'm standing, and the sun's shining through the window on us, and I'm getting hot and bothered in this massive long queue. We're seeing the queue doesn't seem to be moving,
No.
but there's a lot of teenagers kind of pushing in front of it. Turned out that they were, but the mates were letting them in, and there was about 20 of them
Yep.
were allowed to push in. So I just got sick of my life. I says, I'm going up to the cafe in me trunks, and I'm going to get some chips and a coffee, and I did.
Mhm.
I came back down. Right, I came back down after doing that, and the family had only just got a rubber dinghy at the end of it. They're only you had to complain though, didn't you?
I complained that people standing in front of us for letting the kids in, and then I told the kids to get out.
Uh-huh.
And I complained to the people at the end.
And did you get any satisfaction?
None at all.
Really,
People-
no satisfaction.
People just weren't bothered.
So-
The staff aren't bothered. I mean, they did tell some of the kids they had to go to the back. But that's because literally they had just got off the ring, then handed it
Oh yeah.
in, and then go away.
Hang on, I've just had a message saying you're not doing it tonight. So I'll just let you know. This is from Mikey Man. I'll just say it. We're on now. Where are you?
Probably gone to bed waiting.
He's probably gone to bed. I wouldn't be surprised, because the last time we did it, was it the last time?
Yeah, you were in bed asleep.
I decided to have a bit of a sleep before I did the show, and I woke up at 11:15. It was meant to start at 10. So I quickly came down the stairs and switched everything on and started the show. And you know what? We've still got people there.
Yeah.
People have waited on, which we're really grateful for. I think it started where I was by myself, wasn't it? And quickly panicking to get the thing going. There we go. So we're still getting people putting things on. So I'm just going to refresh my page. And I don't know why it takes... Dawn Holmes is telling us that she's got a new kitten today.
Oh,
And his name is Merlin.
that's quite nice, actually.
And there's a picture of her. You can have a look at that on our page there. It's just gone up there. It's a picture of her new kitten. I don't know what it is you're watching on telly, but doesn't look very good. Doesn't look very interesting. But anyway, you got a lovely new kitten. So, isn't that lovely? We lost our hamster yesterday, didn't we?
We did.
We did. Oh, what
They've
a
not
shame.
lost her, hasn't she? Didn't they?
She didn't
Get
just escape from the cage.
Like
No,
she's
no.
done before, plenty of
Yeah,
times.
she popped her clogs.
Yeah.
She popped her clogs. The poor thing. No, we've had this dwarf hamster.
Mhm.
How long did we have her for?
Well, I thought it was
2.5
years, but my mum says it was 3 years, 3 and a bit years ago.
It's getting on for 3 years. You got the hamster in the October,
Did I?
roughly the October. So it's getting on for 3 years.
Oh.
This hamster lost it a long time, but you made sure you got it a big cage and you looked after it. You
Then got a
stroked
bigger
it.
cage and then a bigger cage.
Then a bigger cage, and then took over the whole bloody house. Sorry. Yeah. So that oh, now I'm right. It's better. So now we're starting to get things on there.
Yeah.
So yes, if you make a comment, this will probably make it easier for us. If you put a comment below our broadcasting bit where you press play, is that right? Yeah. So where we're actually broadcasting from, if you make comments underneath there, we'll probably find it a little bit easier to comment back. Yeah. So we've got Jane Vassy. Is it Jane Vassy? Hello, Jane Vassy. Welcome to Night Owls for Night Owls. She says, what's this supposed to be? Well, we've been going for about... How long have we been doing this, would you say? Did we start last year?
Did we?
I've got a feeling we started last year. I'm sure, unless it was the year before. No, it was last year.
For Neil,
It was
wasn't it?
last year. That's right, because we started it not long after the Night Owl of the Year.
Yeah.
And what this is, Jane, we decided that on a Friday, people were missing the Night Owls program, and I think everybody really enjoys Night Owls and enjoys listening to Alan. I think a lot of people have grown up where they've fallen asleep at night with Alan's voice talking to them
Well,
in
that's what I
their
do.
ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know when I was a bairn, and you're talking years ago, and it was the early 80s when I used to listen to Night Owls, when I was 12, when I started, I would fall asleep with Night Owls on. So what happened was people did say that they were missing Night Owls on a Friday, so we decided to start doing our own Friday one. Now we do it every so often when we can, when I'm not at work, but we do this for the fans.
Yeah.
We do sometimes take phone calls as well, but we found that there wasn't that many people.
No, it's
wanted
just
to ring in.
it's just basically all like night owls. Fans just getting together and having a good banter on a Friday night when Alan's not there.
When Alan's not there. Now, they don't broadcast on a Saturday either now for the Night Owls, so we may well do it on a Saturday sometimes. But that's what it is. It's basically use Facebook for some banter, but we also listen to each other as well. So it's a little bit of a radio broadcast. Yeah. So there we are. So we decided to do this one a little bit. It was a little bit short notice because we just started advertising yesterday. So we're a bit off the cuff, aren't we? We're a little bit unprepared today. But anything for a bit of a laugh. So welcome, Jane Vassy, anyway. So yeah, that's probably the best place to, if you want to make a comment straight underneath where we're broadcasting from, make your comments underneath there, and that'll be great. Oh no, Annette Henderson's made a comment there about the cat, about Dawn's cat. Now she's got loads of cats. Now how many cats have you got, Annette?
6, she says.
Is it 6? Oh, she got written it on there. Right, yes. I
mean, they are cute when they're kittens.
Well, they are.
The person up.
Yeah. But I'm allergic to cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a cat opposite with Angie.
Oh God, aye.
And she comes in everybody's house. She goes everywhere. She goes in a pond and eats her fish. She kills the baby birds that are lying around in the mice in the garden.
All right. She does, yes.
Yeah. She'll come and just do a nice big poo in the middle of the garden.
Yeah, she does. She should.
But she's very friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she get a hamster? Swine?
No,
she didn't.
No. I've put
good rest its soul.
I put a big concrete slab over it so she can't dig her up.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Well, we had a proper funeral for her, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Because we got the hamster, and Harrison made a box, made a coffin, and then we took the hamster princess, as we called her, outside to the freshly dug grave, and we had our bit ceremony. Yeah. There was no tears, though.
No.
It's what she would have wanted.
Yeah.
It's what she would have wanted. There you go. But yeah. Yeah, and that says there's so much fun, these cats. I don't know. I can't get away with cats. I can't get away with them. No, I remember.
I don't know. I mean, I do enjoy stalking Angie, and it's nice when they're like the purr and stuff. But she's bloody vicious at times as well.
They can be really vicious. Aye. But yeah,
I mean, see now when she catches the birds, it's just
Aye, but then again, she needs neutered. You can't get cats that come up there and they're just very loving and they stroke against your leg and they go and give you in the very, you know.
See, she doesn't play. She is like a hunting type of animal.
Like a hunting one. But they can be nice cats. There's nothing better than when you go to a cat and it's like, oh, let me rub my head against your hand and show you affection. That's got to be therapeutic.
It is nice, yeah.
Yeah. Now, dogs, on the other hand, they're great.
Some dogs are.
Oh, dogs are great, man.
Our dog's lovely.
They're like your mate. They are. They're like, it's like, let's go out for a run. They're not bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just fantastic.
I think it all depends on how you bring any animal up.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. It'll only be nice if
Well, we've got a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, haven't we? No, we got a Staffordshire Bull Terrier because of short head.
Yeah, because we are allergic to hairy stuff.
Nah, that's true. Well, I'm definitely allergic. If I go near a cat, let's say I've stuffed me face in its fur, right, that will be it. That will be it. I will be sneezing for the rest of the day. That's why I don't do it. So there you go.
Yeah.
So there we are. So we've got, according to this, we've got loads of comments. So I'm just going to click on the comments. Some people like my new profile picture. Ooh, thank you very much.
What's your new profile picture like?
I just docked it a bit.
Oh, have you done another?
Yeah, I done another Alex docking his own narcissistic Facebook profile picture. Yeah. Did I tell you I've done a new web page?
I seen you doing it the other day in the...
What I'm going to do is all the Night Owl programs that we've done,
Uh-huh.
are all going on one. So it's alexhparker.com. That's me, the Alex, the DJ Placky Bag. And so it's alexhparker.com, and I do have one page on it that's called Radio, and it's got all of the Night Owls programs we've done so far on there. At least all the ones that have been saved, because the early ones are deleted. I don't know why I deleted the early ones. Seems a bit of a daft idea. Oh,
But
no.
we weren't planning on doing them, though. Like, we've had
No.
several computers since then as well.
We
you
have,
know.
but no. They get saved on YouTube. I didn't delete them. I tell you what happened. We used to broadcast using a different
System. We didn't
We didn't
just started
use
doing YouTube.
Well,
yeah.
YouTube, we started using a proper radio broadcasting system. And
many moons ago,
and it was, to be fair, it was complicated.
Yeah.
It was difficult for people to listen to, and they couldn't listen to it on phones, on mobile phones and tablets. And somebody said to me, "Oh, why don't you use YouTube and just broadcast live on YouTube as an audio?"
Yeah.
And it turned out that's the easiest way to do it. So you just broadcast live. Everybody can hear it on tablets, on mobile phones, and on the computer. So that's why we're doing that. But all the ones we've done so far are on there. So do have a listen. You can listen to them anytime. As soon as this show's over, it will be saved on there, and you'll be able to listen to it again.
All right.
Yeah, at any time that you like. So you can listen to it tomorrow. So we do get some people listening to them. I think our most popular show we ever did was the Halloween show that we did last October. Well, October 31st.
Yeah.
And it was actually Halloween, wasn't it?
Spooky stuff. No, because
I'm sure it was.
Because
we did a few spooky stories, and then at the end, we did a Ouija board. We did the Ouija board, and we were killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that. Oh, you're running out of batteries.
Sorry, I'll go and get the other computer.
Get the other computer. That is no good. No. No good anyway, is it? So let me have a look on here. Let's see who's been making comments on here. I'll probably have to keep refreshing my page as well. There we are.
What's everybody been up to during the 6 weeks holiday? Anything cool?
Well, I think it's difficult because you look for things to do. I think we live in the best part of the country for activities.
Okay.
I mean, let's face it. Where else can you go in the country that has as much to do as the Northeast?
I don't know, because I've never been really.
We have.
Oh, we have.
We have. We went to North Wales a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right, we went there, and it was for a cheap holiday with the son.
Puntins.
One of these £10 holidays. Went to Puntins. Oh, there was an out there.
Yeah.
Went to Puntins. Listen to this. Listen to this. Went to Puntins, and it's at the north of Wales, and it's at Rhyl, Prestatyn, and you've got Llandudno along that way, and all of these things. Snowdon, you've got loads of things you would think. But when it's out of season, everything's shut. And I'm not talking just stuff in the holiday park. I'm talking everything. I could not find a shop open. There was no Asda. There was no Asda.
Swimming pool wasn't open. There was only swimming pool was only open for the people who lived in the town and not for people on the caravan park.
Right.
That's what I couldn't understand.
That just. So here you are. You're in the caravan park. You're in Puntins, and you think I'd like to go swimming. It says on the brochure open from 9 o'clock. So me and my youngest son turned up there, and they went, "I'm sorry, mate. The schools are allowed to use it this morning. Schools. I've paid £10 for several days holiday, and only the schools are allowed to use the on-site swimming pool." I says, "Well, you can keep your swimming pool, can't you?" And I walked out. So I think I told him. Yeah. But there was hardly anybody there, to be fair.
No.
But it was the towns I couldn't get over.
Yeah.
There was no facilities. There was one swimming pool in Rhyl, and that was being refurbished, so it was shut. There was no else there.
No.
Oh, there was an entertainment exchange. I bought something from there. What did I buy? Stand for me lights. Already have a stand for me lights. I don't need them. But I bought one anyway because it was £15.
Yeah.
I used it for a couple of weeks to justify it, but I haven't used it since.
Right.
There we are.
Wrap it up and give it to Harry for Christmas.
I might well do. So there we go. Wow. Hang on. I've lost all my comments on here. Now then, we've had a few more comments that are coming in all the time. The only thing is, Oh, hang on, Mikey Man's saying there's no link. You cannot find the link.
And that's just been the Holy Island with the dog.
Has she?
The dog would love it there, like, wouldn't it?
Aye,
All
true.
the sand dunes and the beach and that.
Oh, she says, took the dog to Holy Island.
Yeah.
She loved it. Now, Holy Island is one of those places, and if you're into drinking mead, like free samples of mead, I think it's great because
it is a lovely town. The problem is, remember, we've gone millions.
Too many times.
Yeah, too many times. Yeah, and so it's like everywhere we're getting sick of now because we've been that much.
Yeah, do you think so?
Well, and we're getting old and grumpy and complete farts, aren't we?
But yeah, Annette did go over to Holy Island, take the dog. I can imagine that being good for dogs because there is a good walk from the village itself to the castle.
Mm-hmm.
However,
yeah, but the full walk, like, I remember when I was little, we walked all the way around the island. We've never done that with our kids.
Yeah.
But that is a nice walk as well.
Oh, really? Nice walk?
Yeah.
Pain in the backside.
Because you're getting old.
Oh, I don't know.
You're old, man.
Is it me? I don't know. Holy Island. The village is nice, but I think what you've got to do if you're going to Holy Island, this is what I'm saying. Go to Holy Island. First of all, you've got to make sure the crossing time.
Yeah.
Right? If you get there when the tide's in, you can't cross.
Aye.
You've got to wait until the tide's out. No. You get across there, and you've got a village, and it's just a village.
What else do you expect it to be?
Well, I want something there. I want something interesting.
It's got a nice house, castle thing.
It's got
an abbey.
Right, here you are, the abbey. Now, we joined the English Heritage, did we not?
I did.
How much did it cost to join the English Heritage?
About £70.
Cost about £70 to join the English Heritage. We'll go to the abbey.
Mm-hmm.
We went into the abbey, and I might as well have gone to a building site or a demolition site.
Well, what do you expect?
It was knackered.
Of course it was.
It was in bits. And I'm wandering around, I'm looking at the house thinking, wait, it's in bits, and saying, oh, this is what it would look like. Well, wait, there's no good telling me what it used to look like. I'd pay for it if it looked like that still.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was crap. No, don't get us wrong, the abbey is crap. That's for English Heritage.
Yeah.
National Trust, however, better. Now, we joined the National Trust.
Mm-hmm.
And if the National Trust, you can get into the castle. Now, the castle's good.
But it's not actually a castle. It's a house.
Well,
on a hill.
Well, no, yes. It's a fortified house.
Yeah.
It's a fortified house.
It's a lovely house.
Which I believe makes it a castle. Yeah. But you go in and you can tell people were shorter then. And do you know how?
The height of the beds.
And the height of the doorways, because you bang your head when you go in. Now, we went there and we had a lovely time there. Mm-hmm. Again, one thing I don't like about the castle on Holy Island is no coffee. I don't think it's a coffee.
Do you have like gas and stuff there, or is it like
what? Gas?
Like mains gas, or is it all like bottled gas?
It has to be bottled gas. Nobody in the right mind.
Because I'm just wondering, like, to have a cafe there, you would have to have like a big hot urn, I would imagine, because they haven't got proper facilities there, have they?
Okay, well, I'm going to hold back from saying that there's no cafe there, but I can't remember seeing one, although it would be ideal to have one there.
Yeah.
I would have one there. However, that's worth going to see if you're a member of the National Trust, not English Heritage.
Yeah.
If you're in the English Heritage, in fact, you don't even join the English Heritage. I know it's a worthwhile charity that preserves the ruins of Britain, but it's general. There's only one place I would visit with English Heritage.
What?
And it's the only place that's decent. Do you know where that is?
Why?
Starts with a B. Where am I thinking of? Belsier.
Yeah,
Belsier.
I like Belsier. Yeah.
No, Belsier is brilliant, but it's the only brilliant place that you can go and see with English Heritage. They've got a big hall you can walk around with cellars. You can also go into the castle. And they've got a great quarry garden, which is gorgeous. Beautiful. And if you go at the right time of year, they've got wonderful blooming rhododendrons. But otherwise, don't join English Heritage. Go for National Trust because you get all the decent places that are still built.
Yes.
They're not in ruins.
No.
That's why I like it. Now, enough of my ranting on. But Holy Island.
Holy Island is nice. It is a nice.
Well, it is. There's
It doesn't change. It's just it hasn't changed.
There's something
though.
really pleasant about it.
Yeah.
There's something really pleasant about
And
Holy
they have
Island.
made that new maze, haven't they, for kids?
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a maze. Aye, for kids. Well, they need something for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going, here's advice: if you're going to Holy Island, take some money to get yourself a nice meal from one of the restaurants there.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're going to have a boring time. What do you think?
What?
If you don't.
Don't want. I'm not listening to you.
If you don't take some money to get some food from a restaurant, you're wasting your time going.
There isn't really any restaurants there.
This is right. That's a point I'm making. There's not even any restaurants there. There is.
You've got pubs and
you got pubs that do food.
You got cafe and
Aye.
takeaway.
So okay. So here's the Parker guide. Here's the this is the Parker guide to Holy Island. Go to Holy Island. Don't take a picnic. Oh, don't. That's just the worst thing you can do in Holy Island. Take a picnic.
Why?
Because where are you gonna sit?
Anywhere. There's not really much there. So there's loads of places to sit.
You see, you've said it yourself. There's not really much.
There isn't. There's no there.
To take a picnic, and you, no, just go into a pub, get yourself a pub lunch.
Yeah, but then it's really expensive because of where it is.
Aye, that's true. It is.
Because that whole island depends upon travellers popping in and having a coffee. Busloads of old people.
It is. Busloads of old people wondering why the hell have we come here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm going to suggest that to Freddie's group for next year because he would probably enjoy it.
Oh, no.
Pop our old man's working club day trip out.
I'll tell you what Holy Island means to me. It means wandering around looking for something to do.
Yeah.
That's true. But mind you, I do like the mead tasting because there's free mead tasting. They pour it into a little cup.
Yeah.
And you can taste the mead. They expect you to buy some, but you can taste it for free.
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing I can think of.
But it is nice, though.
We haven't been this year, have we? Oh, and every Easter they do carry a cross. There's a pilgrimage and they carry a cross along the causeway. Aye. Mind you, plenty of people get caught in the causeway every year.
Mm-hmm.
There you are.
Yeah, but they're stupid, aren't they?
Aye, they are. Anyway, let's have a look at some new. Yeah, I'm knocking that microphone. Have we had any comments anyway?
That's got a lovely picture. I love that dog. That's the type of dog you want, isn't it?
No, that dog.
No, not the type you want, like a Rufus.
Oh, that was a ginger one. No. I like a red setter.
Yeah.
But those small red setters.
Right.
But I would never have one.
Uh-huh.
Do you know why?
Why?
What are the small red setters called? They're not red setters.
I don't know. I thought it was just the same as that, but ginger.
No. Now, Mikey Man, he's got exactly the same dog. And they both live in Morpeth.
Oh.
So I wouldn't have to share in the dog. But Mikey Man, I'm not even sure if Mikey Man can hear we yet soon. I'll go and find the link. Mikey Man, it's on the page. But yeah, there's Annette's dog. You can have a look on the page. Lola enjoying the beach on Holy Island. So there we are. There we are. Oh, hang on. Dawn Holmes has put a picture of her dog up.
We used to have a dog like that.
Well, you see, Dawn Holmes' dog's short haired, and that wouldn't cause me to sneeze.
Yeah.
So that's okay. That's why we got the stuffy, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that wouldn't cause me to sneeze. So there you go. Anyway, I hope Mikey Man's managed to get the link so far, and I hope he's listening to it. If he's not, well, never mind. There we go. So I'm just going to check out how we're doing for some. I've got a load of things coming on Facebook. There's a lot. I've been advertising to see if anybody's broken their leg for the Great North Run.
Yep.
Because I want to do the Great North Run this year, but I don't want to do it for charity. Because every year I do it for charity and I raise very little.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I'll not do it for charity this year. I'll just try and do it just for the fun of it. And so I've advertised on some of the sites on Facebook. And I was successful last year. I managed to get one last year. This year, let's have a look. Note. Nobody's responded to us. I'm not going to get note for that then. Anyway, so let's have a look at the news. The news. This is in Darlington. We were at Darlington this year. This week, weren't we?
Yes, we were last.
Talking about the Great North Run. I did the 10K run in Darlington on Sunday. And it was the worst time I've ever done. It took us an hour and 10 minutes, which is ridiculous. But I did do a video of it. So if you go onto the alexhparker.com website, you'll be able to watch it from there.
Yeah.
Or if you go onto our YouTube page, you'll be able to watch it from there as well.
We've got a YouTube page.
Oh, well, I have. Oh, on DJ Placky Bag
Right.
YouTube page. Yeah. Okay, so this week, a 16-year-old was in the queue at McDonald's in Darlington Town Centre on Sunday when he was attacked by an older man, apparently without provocation. No, I didn't see the McDonald's in Darlington. Did he say it? I must have ran past it.
No, I don't know.
No, well,
it's such a big town, though. It could be.
Darlington is massive, and it's quite nice as well. There's a lovely big park there, and we couldn't find it.
You could get lost. You get lost.
Yeah.
It is big.
The teenager said he was trying to get a straw. You know those straws they get? They're in a paper thing. The straws, and I didn't realise I was in his way. He came towards me and just headbutted me. It really hurt. It would. It would. Why do people headbutt people?
I don't know.
What? I can't. Use your fist. It has to hurt you to headbutt somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, the natural inclination is to pull away if somebody's head is coming towards yours. But how can you fight that inclination to not make contact? That's just... Anyway, he then pushed me out the door and tried to chase me down the street, saying he was going to kill me. I'm going to kill you. You got in the way of me getting a straw for my pop. The man then calmly returned to the restaurant and picked up his food. Staff alerted the police, and the man was arrested shortly afterwards. Whoa, that's just balmy, that. What's the matter with people, though? They're so impatient, but you're in a kid's restaurant, and one thing kids are, and you've sometimes just got to be patient with them, is sometimes they're just rude. Sometimes they do get in the way and they get too excited. And maybe if you're going to get a straw, a kid might jump in front of you.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, some McDonald's, it's the way they've got the set out as well, where the straws and everything are right next to where. Yeah.
So you're trying to get some salt, and the kid jumps in front of you and gets a straw, and somebody else trying to get the tomato sauce.
No, because he was in a queue waiting to be served, and the man just wanted to be past him to get to where the straws were. So
he was actually just standing in the queue.
Yeah. He hadn't. He wasn't. He wasn't like in the way or doing anything. It was just some daft person.
Yeah. Anyway, time for an advert. Down, back and down, 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 down. Hang on. Down. Listen. Down, 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 down. Are you thinking of having a party? Is it coming up to your birthday? Are you going to throw a wedding for your daughter? Why not hire DJ Placky Bag? He's got a photo booth and all the music you can eat. He's even got a karaoke, and he does it for a really low price. Hire DJ Placky Bag for a guaranteed wonderful night. Down, 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 down. Did I mention that was for mobile disco? So for a guaranteed wonderful night. Sounds like I'm a prostitute. Male prostitute? Oh, well, try again. Okay, back to the news. A 16-year-old girl whose older brother beat her on the thighs. What?
Well, read the story.
A 16-year-old girl. These are all 16. Have you been looking for news about people who are 16?
No.
A 16-year-old girl whose older brother beat her on the thighs with a table leg, leaving bruises after she objected to him watching a World Cup football, has been put into foster care after her mother had seen the attack and had chosen not to intervene.
You see that? She's 16. She's going to fight with her older brother.
Well, hang on. She's 16?
She's 16, so that's why I can't understand why she's been put into foster care. I mean, yeah, she had bruises on her. And I mean, with a table leg is a bit too much, like.
Well, it is the World Cup.
But it is, they're not like, it's not as if she's like 8 or something, you know.
Right, that's
she's
true.
not like a young Ben. She's 16, she can go out and get her own house and that anyway.
But technically speaking, she is still a child.
She's
still a child. She's a child until she's 18 years old.
Yeah.
And even at 18, well, you know me, if I get a phone call from somebody who's 18 and says, I'm going to be having my own 18th birthday party soon, I'd like to hire you to be my DJ, I say no.
Yeah.
Because I always say,
because they are kids, yeah.
They're kids. And I say, well, look, if you want to have a party,
Mm-hmm.
get your parents to phone us
Mm-hmm.
and make the booking through them.
Yeah.
But I says I can't accept it. And I do this all the time. I say no. So yeah, 16 is a child.
She is a child, but it's like quite a grey area though, really, isn't it?
It is because... but then again, she does need protection. It
She
doesn't
does.
actually say how old a brother was.
Older.
But the very fact is that her mum didn't intervene.
Yeah.
And she was badly hurt. So it must have been a hospital job.
She wasn't badly hurt.
But, I mean, she was bruised.
But she was bruised and that, yeah.
No, it's funny. Football, it does bring out the aggression in people, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It turns people into what they're not. I mean, look at was it last year's derby in Newcastle? And you had, I think it was some football match in Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all getting quite rowdy. And there was some Newcastle fan ran over, listen to this, ran over to the police and he punched a police horse in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are people who you would meet every day who would generally speaking be quite normal.
Yeah.
And for some reason, football has turned them into thugs.
Yeah.
What is it about football that does that to people?
Mm-hmm.
Gets them excited and makes them violent.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point? Why do that? Why punch a horse in the face, man? Anyway, subsequently was jumped on by about 20 policemen who didn't like the idea of one of their horses being punched. But a horse, yeah, it can't. It's there. It's been trained, and it does very well to stay calm in those situations where you've got crowds. But why punch a horse in the face?
You would have hurted his hand though, because I mean horses are quite big as well, aren't they?
But they're massive. Well, I would have thought he would hurt his hand, but I mean, the face of a horse is quite soft.
Yeah.
The gentle creature.
Oh.
Why punch a horse, man? Scientists now think that the whole coffee makes you... Oh, this is what you warned about.
It is, yeah.
Scientists now think that the whole coffee makes you poop thing is due to coffee's acidic nature.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's because of the acid.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's not, because I've always thought, it's a caffeine in it, and it's not the caffeine.
So it has a laxative effect, coffee?
Yeah, even decaf.
No way. Let's read this. First, it causes the stomach to secrete higher levels of gastric acid. It increases gastrin, the chemical that gets the colon up and running and causes the relaxation of the muscle used to move waste through the body. Is this right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, coffee increases levels... Oh, I can't read that. Is that a
something
word?
else, yeah.
It's it's a word.
Yeah.
It's a chemical, probably, which works to release enzymes and bile and to regulate pooping. By raising levels of these chemicals, coffee increases their effect. It doesn't matter if it's normal or decaf. The same effect will happen. Within 4 minutes of drinking it, you need to run to the loo. That can't be the same for everybody, though.
It was same 1 in 10.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay then, Night Owls, you tell us, when you drink coffee, do you find you need to poop afterwards?
I do. Depend. Not all the time. It does depend on the coffee as well. I've found, I can have coffee in the house and be fine, but if you go out to, Wetherspoons is fine. So,
Aye.
Unless you have loads of it at Wetherspoons and you need to go to the loo.
Yeah?
It just all depends, I think, on the strength of the coffee as well.
Oh, well, Annette Henderson saying, I just had a sausage sandwich and a cuppa from the cafe. Oh, I think she must be talking about
Holy Island.
Holy Island. Right, she'll be talking about Holy Island. But Annette, did it make you poop? She had coffee there and you're in the middle of Holy Island. What's there not on Holy Island?
Toilets.
There's no toilets on Holy Island. And I tell you what else there's nothing of on Holy Island. Bushes.
Sand dunes.
There is sand dunes. You're right, there's plenty of sand dunes.
There's plenty toilets and stuff.
I can't think of any toilets
I
on
think
Holy
there's
Island.
toilets down by the car park.
Oh, I'm really damaging the Holy Island's tourist industry here. But
toilets in the visitor centre bit.
Is there toilets in the visitor centre? Is there a visitor centre?
Part of the museum. The thing we were talking about before. The horrible thing.
You've got to pay to get in there.
Abbey, aye.
Aye, no, that's no good.
There'll be toilets where the meat is, I would imagine. Oh, there is next to the slide.
Oh, they've got a coffee there now. A cafe there now. Oh, that's another thing. You get to where they give out the mead. Where they give out the mead, and they've got a nice cafe there. But then outside, they've got a couple of slides and a swing.
They've been there since we were kids.
And they've been there since we were kids. They've been there since the 70s. They've never updated them. What would it cost just to have something for kids to do? I mean, let's see if you decide to have a picnic. I don't want to put down having the picnic idea too much. But
mind you, we do normally have a picnic there where the kids are playing.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do we not go in the cafe?
No.
We are from now on.
Never gone in the cafe.
We're going to cafe.
No, not with the kids.
No. There's a pub just across from there. It's a nice pub.
It's always busy.
You're right, because the only one, isn't it? And how do we get back on Holy Island?
Poo in the net.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay then. That's true. So so she might know if that coffee had an effect, and if there's no toilets on Holy Island, was that a problem? We might find out soon.
But she would have been in a cafe anyway. Probably.
She would have been in a cafe.
I can't expect them doing sausage saunis like on Holy Island, can you?
Sausage saunis on Holy Island, yeah.
Hope it was nice sausages.
Yeah. The Space Station expedition, that's the one that goes around the Earth. I'm flopping about. That's me paper I'm holding. The Space Station's expedition 44 crew are tucking into their first ever crop of vegetables that were grown on the space station.
I think that's pretty amazing.
It is.
And it only took them a month or something to grow them, didn't it? It's lettuce.
Yeah.
It's like horrible red lettuce, apparently.
Horrible red lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is my question.
But they've still done it though. That's
if they've grown it on the space station,
yeah,
how does the lettuce know which way to grow? Because there is no up in space.
It's whatever way it's planted.
Okay. I don't know if that, because there's some things you got to plant, but I think some things, I don't know.
Lettuces grow up.
Yeah, lettuces grow up, don't they? Okay, but how in space does it know which way up is? Because
if it's in a plant pot and it's like screwed to
yeah, but then
screwed to something.
No, the seed doesn't know which way the plant pot is. It doesn't go, that's the way the plant pot is. That's the way I will grow.
But then if it grows down, it gets squished and then it has to turn itself around to go up.
You heard it here first, folks. Sleep facts. Oh, we love sleep.
We do.
You love sleep. I just do it. I don't love sleep. I don't actually like sleep. I mean, I do when I do it, but I find it to be an inconvenience. It takes up your day.
Yeah.
So.
Did you know koalas sleep 22 hours of the day?
Do they?
And giraffes only sleep 4.
No, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't until the day.
Well, yeah, but I don't sleep. To me, I hate it. Right? Because I want to do stuff. Right? I've got things to do. And then suddenly fatigue takes over and it's like, I can't think straight anymore. I need to sleep.
Yeah.
Right. So I might be writing one of my many books. If anybody would like to read my books, you can find them on Amazon. Look under Alex H. Parker. And anyway, how many books have I published?
A few.
I've published a few. But how did I get into that again? No, blah, blah, blah. I'm just rewinding a bit. Sleep. Right, so sleep. Yes, I find it incredibly, so I can be writing, I can get tired and then I fall asleep.
Yeah.
I want to go for a run or I want to do any kind of thing and maybe I'm feeling tired and I need some sleep. Even if it's just a quick cat nap. But then again, nighttime, I like the television all the way up till 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now, there was a time when I would be able to stay up that late, watch a film, no bother at all. Last night, couldn't.
Yeah, but you get up at about 5 or 6 in the morning each day.
I know, but
why.
That's the way. I think we should, right, I'll get up nice and early in the morning and then I can enjoy the day. And that's the best time for me because that's when I get homework done and that's when I can write. That's when I'm my most alert. But that's not good enough. I want to be able to watch films at the night time. What I want, this is what I'm putting on the table, no more than 2 hours sleep a day. And then be fully energetic.
But you can't.
That's what I want.
What happened? Tough. 2 hours in the afternoon.
Yeah. I find I'm going to sleep. I'm going to bed now at 10 o'clock, and I'm sleeping right through. Maybe till 7.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Anyway, sleep facts. It takes 2 weeks to starve, but 10 days without sleep can kill you.
Yeah. I know a lot of gamers do that when they're doing the like the marathons, the gaming marathons. They do it for a couple of days.
What, without sleep?
Without sleeping, they end up dying.
Is that right? Gamers?
Yeah, like online.
So
gamers.
What is it about sleep? If you don't get sleep, what is it that kills you?
You're not letting your body like wind down and rest and store all the.
Yeah, but if you're gaming, you're just sitting there. You're not really using your body, are you?
No.
So what is it that kills you? You know, they do that much research on sleep, and we've seen loads of documentaries on it. And I have seen the things where they try to keep people awake for as long as they could.
Yeah.
But all they can come up with is suggestions of why you need sleep. They can't actually say why it would kill you to be without it. You would think that the worst thing that would happen is that your brain functions cognitively, you would decline. But to be dead in 10 days, that's pretty amazing.
So there you go.
There you are. So you must have your sleep. Look, get your beauty sleep. Yeah, I'll need it. A third of us get on by just 5 to get on. Is that right? A third of us get by. Sorry, third of us get on. Third of us get by on just 5 to 6 hours sleep a night. I think that could be me.
For you.
Yeah, 5 to 6 hours sleep a night, which research shows you're 12% more likely to die young. Is that right? If you get less sleep, so you'll die younger if you get less sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if you've got some kind of clock. You see this in films, don't you? Where you've got a clock where you're allowed to have a certain amount of consciousness in your lifetime. So you use sleep to reserve that consciousness for when you need it. But if you use it all up, it's like a battery. It runs out and then you're dead.
No.
No?
No.
Did I just make that up?
Yeah.
Science fiction.
Yeah.
Mondays are the toughest day for people to get up.
Now, you say, I think it's Friday. They're saying it's Monday because you've had lying at the weekend. No. I think Friday's the hardest for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Friday?
Because I've had to get up early every other day of the week.
Because you're taking the kids to school.
Yeah. So by Friday, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. A lot of people, I suppose the weekend isn't long enough for them.
Yeah.
And I think that people, when they're trying to get out of bed on a Monday morning, they just haven't had enough rest.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
is. Or they've
is.
been to the pub the night before.
And they know what they've got to, well, if they've been to the pub the night before, then definitely. I mean, luckily I don't work on a Monday. So, but if I do go out to the pub on the night before to the quiz, I'm pleased I'm not at work. Yeah. And it doesn't take me much. I'd had 3 pints. In fact, it wasn't even pints. I think I'd been to Wetherspoons, I had a small can and a pint. And I was not well the next day.
It took you about a week to get over
it. It did, yeah. It's just like, what's the matter with this man? That's age again. Yeah. Too much. I need to sleep all the time. I can't take me drink.
You're grumpy.
I'm pooing when I'm drinking coffee. Oh, no, that's you. Around 97% of British people have at least one electronic item near to their bed, like a TV, computer, or mobile. But for a good night's sleep, avoid screen time at least 1 hour before bed.
See, I normally fall asleep watching telly.
I need the telly, yeah.
Dave Scopey Patterson's on.
Dave Scopey Patterson. Let me tell you about Davey Scopey Patterson. His son did the most beautiful photograph. There was this photograph that he shared it on his page, and it was at Causey Arch next to Stanley. And the photograph was just of the river and of the bridge. But it was beautifully done. I mean, you had to see it. And I don't know if you're friends with Davey Scopey Patterson, but do have a look at it. Because honestly, I was so impressed. And luckily, his son had described exactly how he'd done it. So I wrote those details down, and I'm going to try and replicate it, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been trying out the photography, haven't I? Over the past year.
Yeah.
What are you saying that for? I got a camera, didn't I? Well, I decided to do photo booths with the disco. Because I'd noticed that loads of parties had photo booths, and they were being charged £300-400 for the night.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, it's just a camera, a printer, a load of props. I can do that. So I went out and bought a printer, a camera,
and props,
and started doing it. And I was charging £80 on top of me discos.
Yeah.
So people were paying in total £200 for a disco, karaoke, and photo booth. And I thought to myself, well, I need some credibility, so I'll do a diploma in photography. So I did that, but I still needed to practice my photography.
Yeah.
Not up to scratch. So every party I do, it's snap, 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 snap. When we go out with the family, it's snap, 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 snap. To the point where the kids now hate me. It's like, Dad, stop taking photographs of us.
In our latest one at Northumberland, we're all yawning, but it's not staged.
It's not staged. If you have a look on my page, you will see a photograph of Michelle and the bands all looking bored and yawning. And that's the great thing with taking photographs all the time with them. You get natural shots.
Yeah.
They're so sick of getting the photograph taken, they don't even pose anymore. And that's what I want. I want natural shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm getting there very slowly. Yeah. I reckon give us another year and I might be able to do wedding photography. I'm not going to do it until I'm totally ready, though. I don't want to ruin anybody's wedding. That would be devastating, wouldn't it? All right, so I've got more messages coming through.
My computer's gone dead, so I'm not on anymore, by the way.
All right, then. So we've got Kerry Louise Wisson, and she's on with us now. I believe she is. Anyway, she said she was going to. Yeah, she is. You are listening, Kerry, aren't you?
Yeah.
Kerry, it's always good to know you're listening to us, mate. So you might know Kerry from the Night Owls page as well. Kerry's on quite often. Do say hello to her if you see her on there as well. She always appreciates a good wave.
I haven't seen her down the shops for.
I haven't seen Kerry down the shops for quite a while. No, but yes, I do know that Kerry is still knocking about, so always good to hear from her. Now then, let's keep it going. And we're just going to check out some of the responses. Yeah, here we are.
Davey slept in.
Yeah. Davey saying, damn, hi all, I slept in. Yeah, that's great, Dave. Don't worry, because I slept in the last time and I missed half the show. So, and you were still there, Dave. You were still there. So that's great. So that's fantastic.
So Ollie just sleeps 4 hours as well. She doesn't need much sleep.
Yeah, Ollie. No, yeah, you just have 4 hours. But then again, that's the thing with Night Owls. And I know when I first started listening to Alan Robson's Night Owls when I was a Ben, I was a paper lad.
Yeah.
And I would listen to Alan, just keep the radio on. I would fall asleep listening to Alan, and then I would wake up at 5 o'clock, and I'll have to get ready to go to me disco. So I would only get a few hours sleep to me disco, to me paper round. I'm all disco, man. It's getting late. So I'd wake up at 5 and then get ready to go to me paper round.
Yeah.
And you know, that was only a few hours sleep I would get a night, but I used to religiously listen to Alan every night. But obviously that reduces the amount of sleep that you get. Do you find that you sleep through the day then, Ollie? Just let me know. I know I do.
So she grabs an hour.
Yeah. Is that right? I'll grab an hour if I can during most days though. Yeah, during the day, and I find my hour of sleep when I come home from work, in fact, even if I'm not at work, is from about 5 o'clock. 5 till about 6:30 is danger time for me, because I will uncontrollably fall asleep, won't I? Unless I'm doing some major physical activity. Because I've seen me put the treadmill on just to stay awake during that hour. But I can't drive during that time. Because if I drive during that time, I could fall asleep at the wheel. Yeah, so normally I just say to you, don't I say, can you drive for a while? Which is getting more difficult because we have a bigger car. Because we bought a new car last week, didn't we?
We did,
Oh my God. So with me doing the photo booths on the discos now, I didn't have as much room as I did in my Astra. I had an Astra Estate. And to be fair, when we bought the Astra Estate, I hated it. I think I've told everybody the story about my previous car, which was a Galaxy. I drove it into a lake on the way to a disco, ruined the engine. So I had to get myself another car very quickly, ended up with the Astra. And it served us well for 2 years. There's no doubt about it. but it wasn't big enough. I was squashing everything in and stuff was getting damaged. So I says, I need another Galaxy. So for weeks, we looked on Gumtree and eBay for another Galaxy, and they were so expensive, even for an old second-hand one, weren't they? You were talking, what, £1,500 with a good MOT? And then Shell found one. She says, Alex, I found you one. It's in Manchester. Manchester. So I phoned up the chap, and it was Ahmed. He says, hello, Mr. Barker. He says, I will keep your car for you. And to be fair, he did. He kept the car. And we got all the way down there. It took how long to get to Manchester? And the sat-nav sent with a long way.
Picked one Lisa up a bit early, so we left about 9:30.
Yeah.
We didn't get there till about 2.
I think we picked her up at 8:30, did we
Half
not?
8.
We picked her up at 8:30 and then zoomed straight up there, and it was about 1 when we got there. But the sat-nav took her down the A1, then across Harrogate, and then over the hills to get to Manchester that way. It was horrible. I hated every second of it. You were driving because you were in your mum's car. We got there, and Ahmed was waiting for her there, wasn't he?
He was.
Right? And he was great, mind. He stuck to his word. He had it put in the corner for her, waiting for her. He says, Mr. Parker, he says, I would not sell it to anybody else. You have driven a long way. I appreciate that. And then we saw the car, and it looked like it was from Beirut, didn't it? It looked like it had been in a roadside bomb. The dents and all the scratches that were on it had gone rusty as well. It looked like a right state. And it was Harrison, the youngest one. He just goes, as he's walking up to it, he says, there is no way we're buying that piece of crap. And I looked at it and I thought, well, it does look pretty bad, but you cannot judge a book by its cover, because it had 12 months MOT. And I've had it looked at since, and all the work's been done on it. It just looks awful. Even the welding underneath's been done. But it was only 500 quid. So I got inside it, and he says, take it for a drive. He says, do not worry, I trust you. You have come a long way. So I took it for a drive, and it was great. Sounded great. And there's no greater test than driving it 4 hours back home. So I give him his 500 quid for it. To be fair to Ahmed, he knocked about 40 quid off. He says, oh, you have driven a long way. I will take £40 off. I was like, hey, Ahmed, thank very much. So got the car. You got it taxed on the phone. Went and then we drove all the way back home, and the car never hicked. I've got to say, we've had the car nearly a fortnight now, and honestly,
it's brilliant it is.
500 quid.
It just looks awful.
It looks awful, but I quite like that.
See, I would hate to have like a new car and then it gets scratched or dents, like my mum's, you know. And then like she's gutted and she goes off it, and it's like, just get a crap car to start off with, as long as it runs.
It is. No, the thing is with that car, it's already scratched. I've got kids. It's in a state, right? Well, it's not in a state. It's an MPV. But if it gets squashed, twanged, or anything like that, I'm not going to be angry about it. I'm going to be kind of relaxed, because it's not going to look any worse. Now, I have got a video. I haven't put it up yet, and it's of your mom and dad arguing because there's scratches they don't recognise on the car. Bear in mind, their car's about, what, 9-year-old now?
2002, Alex.
Never.
It is. She's had it that
It's
long.
13 years old, so it's looking good. It's looking good.
I mean, they've got it brand new, and
they know every scratch on it. And I've got a video of them arguing about it. I will be putting it up eventually, but I have to do it in stealth. Because one of the L's had fallen off Vauxhall.
Somebody had nicked it.
Right, no, it's fallen off. Come on. Of course it had.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, we got the car home, and the car's been champion. Got all my disco stuff in it, because you can take all the seats out. It's perfect. But my old car, the Vauxhall Astra, I needed to sell it. I wanted to keep it as a spare, but I had to sell it. And it had a bit of emulsification in the oil. But I did a video of it and put it on YouTube to advertise it to sell. And I showed everybody everything that was wrong with the car. Do you know how much I ended up getting for the car? I started at 500 because I had a full year's MOT. I then reduced it to 400. Then I reduced it to 300. And I thought, oh, I'm sick of this. I need it off the drive. Well, out the car park. Reduce it to 200. How much did I get?
100.
I got £100 for my car.
Could have sold more scrap.
I could have done.
Or we
well,
could have took the parts off it and sold it for more.
I know, but where would we keep it while we're taking the parts off
I could have sold my mum with tyres.
Yeah, but then you'd be left with a car with no tyres, just sitting in the car park.
I could have man over the road, scrap man, he could have.
Oh, you might have taken it.
I never thought about him,
Yeah, and then your mum could have had the wheels.
You
never think about these things till afterwards.
Then we could have kept the radio for our car.
Well, you couldn't because you used the radio for the immobiliser.
Do you? All right.
Aye.
So if we put a radio in our new car, will you?
No, I don't. I think our new car's been wired up differently. I think it's been tweaked. Because when you unlock it, that's another problem with my new car, is that if you unlock it, it doesn't turn the immobiliser off. You've got to use the radio. Beep, beep.
Right.
Aye. So there we are. Anyway, let's have some funny facts. Oh, by the way, let's have a look and see. There we are. Oh, who's Christine? Christine Hoshi Norman.
Don't know.
Hello, Christine. It's lovely to see you joining with. So we've got, Davey's saying it was a cracking picture, the one that his son took. It was
amazing.
I'm actually following your son now just to see if I can get some more ideas for photography. See any more really good pictures that he does, because that was a fantastic picture up at the Cozy Arch.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets his own Facebook page as well for photography, I will definitely like that. So lovely. Anyway, so
refresh your page.
I will refresh my page. It's time to do some facts. Here we go. Oh, there's Sarah Slater. She says, so glad this is back on. Can I say hello to both my girls, Amy and Emily Robinson? Of course you can. Amy and Emily, hello. It's great to know that you're listening as well. So there we go.
Oh, Davey's getting his camera cleaned at Eldon Square. Wow.
All right, I have to go to Newcastle tomorrow, says Dave. He says, Eldon Square to get my camera sensor cleaned. Not looking forward to that.
Because Jessup's doing it in Metro Centre as well, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They're quite. I'm frightened to go to Jessup's. I didn't actually know you could get your sensor cleaned on your cameras. This is what if you've got one of these.
I don't know where does it in Eldon Square. But I know Jessup's in the Metro Centre, do.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Anyway, let's have a look at some of these funny facts. We'll do it like Steve right in the afternoon.
Okay.
Even though we're like fan show of Alan Robson's Night Owls. Yeah.
That's night time though.
That's night time, isn't it?
Yeah.
What radio stations do you listen to? I remember when DJ John went on to Britain's Got Talent and he says, "Oh, what are you interested in?" Something he says, Metro Radio and Newcastle Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to be
I like
honest,
Newcastle in the mornings.
It is. I don't listen to the same radio station all the time.
Yeah.
Now, Alan Robson's Night Owls is definitely a favourite because you got good banter from it and you get good conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I like in a radio show. I like to have good banter, good conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So, Steve Right in the afternoon, if I get a chance to listen to that, do listen to that as well. In the mornings, Newcastle Radio is quite good. What's his name in the mornings?
Don't know. It's Jacob. He met him, didn't he?
He did. Oh, he's really camp, and I can't remember his name, but really entertaining. Oh, Jeremy. No, it's not Jeremy Vine. He's Radio 2, which he's quite good as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's more news topical thing on midday. Oh, what's his? I can't remember. If you know who I'm talking about, Newcastle Radio in the mornings, bit camp. That's quite good. Do listen to that. Metro Radio as well. Very early in the morning when on the way to work, and you get the two people who are bantering on as well. But that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you want. But yeah, Metro Radio, definite favourite. Right then, so what kind of stuff we got in here then?
Oh, no two cornflakes look the same.
Yeah?
Do you know what? I'm going to have a look tomorrow for my breakfast.
No two cornflakes look the same. I wonder who worked that one out. People turn up the set of the BBC daytime TV show Doctors and try to register at the Mill Health Centre, believing it to be a real surgery.
Oh.
I bet you people do, you know. That's what it says. So, I ever watched Doctors? I hate it. I hate Doctors. It's just so boring.
Uh-huh.
It's got that same kind of East End as depressing to it. Yeah. Ahead of one of his restaurants opening, Bookmouth TV chef Gordon Ramsay had more than 4,200 Brits asking to dine there, even though it's in New York. He had enough calls to book up for 2 years. Even Donald Trump couldn't get a table. There you go.
Has anybody been? I know that's Gordon Ramsay, but I wonder if anyone's been to the Jamie Oliver one. I've been to that one in the town.
In Newcastle, on the ground floor of the gate.
It's not at the gate. It's at the Monument
Mall.
Yeah.
Just opposite the Weatherstones bookshop.
Yeah.
Just next. I've not been there. Has anybody else been to the Jamie? We went to the new restaurant that's on the top of the Monument Mall now.
Botanist, isn't it?
Is it called the Botanist?
Yes.
We've only got a cup of coffee and a couple of small snacks, didn't we? But the food there looked brilliant. Excuse me. Yeah.
Small snacks, I think we got.
It was, but I think it's worth getting a proper
nice
full meal there.
Yeah.
Like, definitely, if you've got the money. Yeah. It's not Wetherspoon's cheap, but they've got big windows there and you can look over the town. And if you want to have a proper meal where you're paying kind of sensible prices.
We did get some food, and then we got those fruit kebabs and the chocolate, alcohol chocolate thing that they poured on top.
That's right, there were fruit kebabs, and did it have marshmallows on as well?
It did.
And they poured
something, it was alcoholic-y chocolate, wasn't it?
That's right.
Because it was very strong.
Oh, it was nice, that. Ooh.
But it was amazing, though.
But it's not Wetherspoon's cheap, so...
No, it is.
Aye.
Expensive, but nice.
Right. In a Smells of Childhood survey from this year, Knit Shampoo came first, followed by Play-Doh. And there was...
Granny who smelled of books and mints.
What's that about?
Like, when you're little, what can you remember, like, what smells?
All right, yeah.
That's what's asking me. I remember the smell of Play-Doh. And everybody remembers the smell of Play-Doh.
But the thing is, with Play-Doh, it always smelled like you could eat it.
Yeah.
And so then you would try to eat it, and then it wouldn't be very nice.
No.
Aye. So how are we doing for folks on here? Hang on. I'm just trying to keep up with the Facebook. There we are. Jessup's charged £30 plus and keep camera 2 days. The place in Eldon Square charges £15 and keeps it an hour or so. That's just to get it cleaned.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you learned something new for you.
Yeah. Try going on your PC and searching for him. I have actually started following your son, Davy Scorpy Patterson. That's the one who does the photography. He says, not bad website either. Oh, have you been on my new website, Torvin? There we are. It's not finished yet. I'm still clanging together. There we are. Unless that you're talking about his website. And if that's the case, do put a link and we'll definitely advertise his website if he's got one as well. So there we are. That's it. There's Sarah Slater. She's thanking us for saying hello to the bands there. Keep those comments coming in. That's brilliant. And I'm just going through the rest, making sure that I haven't missed anybody else. Keep those comments coming. Doesn't matter what the comments are. We will mention you, won't we? And we'll just have a look at. Shell, do you want to swap seats now? Do you want to use the my computer to keep up to date with the comments on Facebook?
But then my back will be to you when I'm.
That's okay. I can turn. It's all right. Don't worry. I'll not be offended. Do you want to do that? That may be easier. And you can keep us up to date with that. And that'll be easier for me reading the facts. Or the facts or the fiction. Oh, I know, love. I'm sorry. Oh, I'll get up from my seat as well.
Here we are getting old.
Oh, my pants are sticking to this.
Oh, it's a hot chair you've got here, Mr. Parker.
Have I been heating it up? Hang on.
Your desk isn't comfy. It's not. No.
It's not. I do need to do something with that desk. Yeah. All right then, night owls. Oh, no, actually, I'm more comfortable in this wooden seat. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you man the Facebook page. Keep chatting to people.
Hello.
Aye, because what I've noticed is because Shell was using a different computer and it's actually run out of batteries now, and it was an Android computer, it's very difficult for it to keep up with the banter. So I've put Shell on. So Shell will be commenting as me. So even though it'll look like it's me, it will be Michelle making the comments. Am I right?
I'm going to refresh your page.
Just there you are. That's refresh. The thing is, Have you been left Windows computers that long? Oh dear. Okay then, so now I can sit here, I can read a little bit better now. There we are. A London mum named her baby John Lewis after going into labour in the store in Brent Cross Shopping Centre. Just as well he wasn't born in Virgin Megastore or Tesco Metro.
Poundland.
Aye, Poundland. John Lewis, that's all right. Can you think of any other shop?
Okay.
Yeah, what kind of shops would you want to be named after, though? If you could think of a shop to be named after, John Lewis, that's not bad. That sounds kind of normal, and it's actually a nice name.
Yeah.
Fenwick.
No.
No.
British Home Stores.
Home Store. No. British. No, this doesn't work.
Primark.
Primark. Mark.
Yeah.
Primark.
Spencer. Marks Spencer.
Marksies. Okay, that's nah. I can't think of one. Can you think of one night out that we know what shop you would like to be named after? Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' wedding kiss lasted 3 minutes. After Tom climbed up on a box, just kidding. Tom, you know I love you. In fact, I was only on a TV show the other day, jumping up and down in a chair. Did you ever see that? Did you ever see the video of Tom Cruise jumping up and down on the chair when he was getting married to Katie Holmes?
Yeah.
He was with Oprah Winfrey. He looked like an absolute...
He's not on something, though, wasn't he? Or...
Well, he seemed quite excitable, but apparently he's loosening ties with this the psychiatric church. That can't be right. Scientology church. The psychiatric church. Ooh, that's a Freudian slip. No, there's no prejudice there whatsoever. But apparently he's loosening ties with them so that he can gain access to his daughter. Apparently, I think it's Katie Holmes. It might be one of his other previous wives. Didn't want him to see his daughter because of his ties to the Scientology church. I wonder why that was. I wonder what she knows that we don't. Oh, that what I suspect. Anyway, let me find another random one. Did you know that what's that word? Dilogy. Dilogy. Dilogy? I don't know. Did you know that dilogy is a term used in Hollywood to describe the original movie and its sequel? 3 linked movies are a trilogy. 2 movies, such as Bridget Jones' Diary and Bridget Jones' The Edge of Reason, are a dilogy. But dilogy is such a naff word that it's never used publicly. I didn't know that. Could you pass me my specs from there, my love? Oh, that's better. I can't read too well without my specs on.
Well, I was looking up looking in the dictionary today,
and
I couldn't find the word broomshank in the dictionary.
Oh, broomshank. Well, are there not 2 separate words though, broomshank?
No. Maybe.
So he got himself a broomshank and he tied it to his postick and he stuffed it down the netty land at Scotswood Road. Yeah. But he couldn't find his liggy. It was in his bloody pocket. Broomshank, I'm surprised at that. But then again, this is a complaint I've had for a while. We don't have a dictionary in this house. And I used to always have a dictionary.
We've got all those stupid Encyclopedia Britannicas.
Oh, they're not dictionaries though. I want a dictionary. I want an Oxford dictionary, a big Oxford dictionary, the kind they would have on Countdown.
I'll get you one for Christmas.
Oh, Christmas is such a long way away.
It's not that well long.
You know what? You're right. You know, Neil from Bedlington keeps saying to me, how many days we've got left until Christmas. Yeah. Oh, he knows. He knows. Trust me. So is everybody still with us?
Yeah.
Okay, then. If you just click on live events there, Michelle, we'll be able to see how many people are with us. Oh, that's not the one. Sorry, if you go back to where you were. Just go back. Yeah. Click on there. That's it. And if you go down towards... That's it. No. That's it. Click on there and then Google Hangouts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've still got quite a few people listening to us. So if you minimize that, whatever you do, don't stop broadcast. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's good to see you're all still with me. It does sometimes feel a little bit lonely.
And that says Dorothy Perkins.
Oh, yeah. Dorothy Perkins. That would work. Actually, I've got a friend called Laura Ashley.
Really?
Yeah, Laura Ashley Kirkup. Type it in my thing, she'll pop up. And she's just left I used to work with her, and she's just recently She had to apply for her own job and didn't get it in the day centre. But luckily, she has managed to get a better job elsewhere, and I knew that she would. So that's good for her. That's good. But yeah, Dorothy Perkins. Yeah, that's a good one. I could see.
I suppose Morrison as well if you're a boy.
Morrison. Actually, that would work. Morrissey.
Yeah.
There are people who are called Morrissey. Aye. But I don't know. What would you like to be called though? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that shop called? That shop one, the way you buy the food mixers from.
Right? That's August.
No, the one where you buy food mixers and like
Collectibles.
no, you get food mixers and you get like it's not Laura Ashley, it's not Dorothy Perkins.
Ann Summers.
Ann Summers! That's the one I'm thinking of. Ann Summers. Now, that'd be a great name to have.
Food mix.
Food mixers. Well,
it took us a while to click there.
Yeah, you should have known. You know when you're making the bread and whatnot. Anyway, so the French word for paperclip is trombone.
I suppose a trombone does look like a paperclip.
It does, yeah. But that's the word for paperclip in French.
Yeah.
Trombone. Yeah. There you go. Do you know how many years has Alan Robson been doing Night Owls now?
Long time.
32 years.
Yeah.
32 years. Could be 33. I'm sure it's 32.
That's a great name to be born at.
Where's that? Ollie Ely's just put a photograph up of a cafe called it's PHUC. So it's called Fat Fook Noodle Bar. Fat Fook Noodle Bar. That's brilliant. Thank you for that, Ollie Ely. Keep them coming in. Oh, great. Now then, back to some of these facts. Victoria Beckham's mum, Jackie Adams, still keeps every single press cutting which mentions her daughter. She must be living in a warehouse by now in LA, of course. But yeah, I mean, like...
That's just a rubbish fact, man.
Come on. Oh, come on.
I don't even like Victoria Beckham.
I don't know. Are these facts in... Are these just random ones, or...?
Yeah. Well, you've got different sections. So.
You've got different sections. You see, this is one thing that Michelle always does, is she gathers the facts, don't you?
I do.
And she's gone out and she's bought Steve Wright's Further Factoids.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, my tummy's rumbling.
Aye, but I know on Steve Wright in the afternoon, there's about 3 of them all reading it together.
Yeah. I was watching reading the news today as well, and they were saying that the Meridian line around Greenwich, it's in the wrong place.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's somebody wants sacking for that.
But is it not because everything's like the sky and everything's moving? So.
Oh.
Because it's meant to be lined up with something, isn't it?
Do you know what I think it is? It's probably more to the point that it was put there years ago before they had. Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right in what you say, because the North Star changes every so often. I can't remember how often it is, but the North Star does change. Mind you, I don't think it changes that often. Mm-hmm. It's not always the same star that's set in the sky. Now, did you know Alan Robson's Night Owls used to have its own facts? It used to be a part of the show every night where they would have their own facts.
All right.
And it was called the Encyclopedia Robsonica.
Robsonica.
Yeah, it would go. There would be the drums, and it would go. The Encyclopedia Robsonica, and then Alan Robson would then read some facts, or some interesting facts, like we attempt to. I'm not sure if we've managed. What's something about Madonna? I'm pleased I've got my specs on now. I see a lot better. Is it not an interesting fact?
Not really, no.
Madonna named her daughter Lourdes as a tribute to her mother, who wanted to visit Lourdes in France but died before doing so. Well, that's interesting because she named her Lourdes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a shop, but I'm sure they've got a visitors centre there. I don't think Lourdes is a bad name. No, no.
I don't
Who
know.
is the saint? He has a question. Who is the saint most closely associated with Lourdes? Do you know?
No.
There's a saint who's closely associated with Lourdes. Does anybody know? Did any of the night owls know? Let's see who gets it first.
It's not going to be like Mother Teresa or
It's
something.
not Mother Teresa. It's a saint. I don't think Mother Teresa's a saint.
Right.
I don't think she's been beautified.
Yeah.
Maybe she never was when she was alive. But anyway, yes, there is a saint who is as closely associated with Lourdes, and actually it's a story about Lourdes. So first one to get that right is the winner of nothing. Okay, what was that one? Oh, is that Brucey Forsyth? Oh, hang on. Who's this? That's somebody who's made a comment on we're photoing Alan Robson's night. Let's visit it. Let's see what they said, then we can come back.
Dave says that there's somebody called Ophelia Bottom.
Ophelia Bottom.
There's I'm sure she's got her own page on Facebook as well.
Ophelia Bottom.
If it's the same person.
Oh, I think I've heard of Ophelia Bottom.
So
Is that the woman who
it's just like the burlesque clubs and that in the town.
You always on about these burlesque clubs. Yeah, you've never taken us to one. You always take us to Weatherspoons.
Yeah, cheaper.
How are you? Give us a fact. Give us a fact. What was that?
Noise?
I heard that.
I've got a cat here or anything.
No, we've just heard the strangest noise inside here. If anybody else heard it as well, let me know. It was kind of a
like a meowing.
Yeah. Turn up the speaker. There we are. Definitely could hear somebody else there. Oh, actually, I do believe that you can join us on here as well if you want to. So if you want to come and join us and talk on Night Owls, you can. You can do this by, because the way that we're broadcasting, you can do a conference call.
All right.
Yeah. So feel free if you want to. That'll be fine. Hang on. There we go. So that's us there. In the corner, you can see a thing that says you. That's us.
Right.
Now, what you can do is you can join us. I don't know how this works because I've never done it, but then it becomes like a conference call. So if you want to come on and have some banter with us, if you've got a microphone on your computer, it can be done. So if you want to experiment with it, please do. Please do. Don't be shy. Just click on join conference, and you're more than welcome to join us.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how to do it, so we'd need to. Let me just have a look at that. There we go. So you see that, yeah.
Well, it's got lead calling. Yeah.
Aye. So I'm not sure how we do it. Maybe we should do that for next time. Because we do say to people, ring in, and we set up the.
Yeah.
But it might be easier if they just joined us straight on the show, on the radio themselves with their own microphone, and we will be able to discuss things just like a conference call.
I mean, like with computers and that, you can now anyway, can't you?
Yeah, we'll just be like other people being on the show, and we're all having banter together. Oh, right, somebody's got
Bernadette.
the answer. Bernadette. Ollie Ely, well done. It is Bernadette. Yeah, the story goes that Bernadette was living in the town of Lourdes, and as my grandma told us, they call Mother Mary Our Lady. So Our Lady appeared, and it's meant to be Mary, the mother of Jesus, says, start digging here because you're going to find some water. And there was a spring appeared, and she became a saint, and voila, a big visitor centre was built, and a cathedral, and lots of money was made. So there you go. That's well done. I believe there's a film about it as well, but I've never seen it. I think we've just had another comment come in. Just refreshing that. It says who said that? Tracy Andrews, the ghost of Halloween has come back for its revenge. Laugh out loud. Well, actually, the sound itself came from the corner of our room, and it was a kind of a loud, high-pitched noise. The reason that I suddenly drifted on to talking about conference calls, it was the only explanation I could think of was maybe somebody had joined a conference call, but it turns out that's not the case. The noise that we heard was, can you describe it like ooh?
Yeah, I'm saying like a cat. Like,
yeah.
But it wasn't a cat. wasn't like a cat's meow,
no,
but
no,
it was
it
like
wasn't.
yeah.
It was kind of a high-pitched kind of.
Unless it's princess, it could be our hamster.
Hamsters come back alive.
Yeah.
Why have you buried me alive?
That's what I'm saying. It's a mouse.
I know.
Or something.
The mother-in-law says to his, she says, "Are you sure she wasn't hibernating? She was definitely dead. She was dying for a few
Only
days."
we'll have to leave her 3 days before we bury her or something to make sure she's dead.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for that, and I'm not leaving.
Thought she was getting a bit pongy.
Yeah, I think we left it a bit late. Well, that's making sure for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, but it was great having the hamster though, because every night she would get up because she was nocturnal and make a hell of a noise.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there was even times we were doing the show and she would be running
Banging
and
on
wheeling,
the- yeah.
and that's all we could hear down the microphone. But yeah, fantastic. So yeah, so it could be a ghost. I'm easily spooked though. I am
I
easily
know.
spooked. I don't know if you could tell, but I did get a little bit of a fright when I heard that because I just couldn't explain
You
it.
see, and next door's not even in, so we can't say it's them.
No, exactly. Unless it was a dog.
The dog's in the lounge.
No, like a dog maybe in the distance going, oh.
Yeah, you get lots of wolves and stuff around here. You know?
In Cramlington. Yeah, you get lots of wolves in Cramlington.
Yeah.
You do. Anyway, has everybody thought about, like visiting Cramlington? If you'd like to visit Cramlington, Cramlington is a wonderful place now. The shopping centre is vastly improved. You can even get what can you get that's decent in Cramlington that you couldn't get before? I'm going to tell you myself.
Don't know.
Coffee.
Well, you've got a Costa coffee opening soon.
Oh, orgasmic. Yes, we have. Just in between the brand new KT Maxx and Marks and Spencer's, we are going to get a Costa coffee. But, we spent years in Cramlington with a relatively decent sized shopping centre, but with no decent coffee in it.
Oh,
What's that?
the fat fuck shop thing. It's in London.
Never had the Fat Fook.
Yeah.
It's a noodle bar, folks, and that's a PH, not an F, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's in London.
It's in London. Whoa.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, you went to a place in Newcastle, didn't you? It was in the gate, and you said it was the best place you'd been to for food.
Zaza Bazaar.
Zaza Bazaar. And why was it so good?
Because I had every food you could possibly want from.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, how does that work then? Because I've been in places before where they've got a buffet, and it all gets put out, and you can just choose what food you like.
This one you've got the different nationalities are actually cooking their food for you, so you can order your food as well.
Yeah.
To your liking.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's got separate chefs.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
It is.
That's pretty good.
It is brilliant.
I might give it a try. I mean, I might wait until the kids are going back to school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because then it gets expensive. You got to take, and that's the thing with kids; they're bloody expensive, aren't they?
I know, because it's only a £5 each for your kids at the half price.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that. I didn't realize it was only a £5 for kids.
I think it's if they're under 4, it's free. What's some age in the week? Yeah, half price for ours too.
Well, I've taken the weekend off work,
Mm-hmm.
so I've got no discos this weekend. So I could give it
Do
a try.
Sunday because it's free parking in the gym.
Aye. Right. Aye. Shell's giving us like a look because I've just quietly said, "Don't bang don't bang the microphone.
Stop swinging on the chair.
Stop swinging on the chair. Don't bang the microphone."
But if you've got a swivelly chair, you have to swing on it, Alex.
I know.
So-
No, actually, you can't hear it until you listen to it later on. And I noticed when it's on here, when it's on the stand, the slightest knock to the stand makes it go cluck 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 cluck. Aye, that's what. Because the last show that we did, I held it in my hand and we didn't have hardly any clucky clucks.
Yeah.
That's because I couldn't find
Cluck.
clucky. No. So what else we got, Michelle? What else we got there? Has anybody else made a comment? Because I'm going back.
No.
I'm going back to these. Yeah, Michelle's just having a quick look. So here we are. I'm going to quickly read out some facts. The salmon was named as a symbol of that best represents the British environment, according to a poll of staff at the Environment Agency. The salmon was named as the best representative of the British environment. Why would that be?
I don't know.
You see, the salmon, it's returning to the rivers because we've had hacky, dirty rivers, and it's coming back, miracle of miracles.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see how that can be the symbol of the British environment because, quite simply, we nearly killed the bugger off. with industry and with pollution.
I have never ever seen a salmon symbol anywhere.
No. Aye. So, fans of tennis star Andy Murray got to choose his new hairstyle by voting on his website. Oh.
Lucky him.
Yeah, but what if you really didn't want that hairstyle? That seems a bit straight. Could you manipulate it? Could you just pretend that they voted for something else?
It doesn't matter when you're a bloke because your hair grows out quick anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can have a horrible hairstyle, but then get it cut a couple of weeks later.
Puppies replaced children in the Andrex ads on the advice of advertising regulators. That's interesting. I wonder why. I mean, I wonder what the background is to that. Oh, well. An advert for Smash Instant Mashed Potato was voted the best TV food commercial of all time.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Those metal tins that
Like, yeah, I can't remember what they said. I was about to do the voice and I thought, I can't remember what they say. Something to do with the... Oh, it's Daleks, that. Eat the mashed potato or you will be exterminated! There's a bit of a cockney one. Oh, you got them there. Go on, press play. No, you just press play on the thingy.
What?
On that. Then we'll hear them.
Oh, okay.
That's it, I think. Or maybe not. Oh, here it is.
On your last trip, did you discover what the Earth people eat? They eat a great many of these. They peel them with their little knives. Boil them for 20 of their minutes. Then they smash them all to bits. They are clearly a most primitive people. Or mash, get smash.
Oh, well done. You got that pretty quick, actually, Michelle. But I just knocked that one off.
Yeah.
Knock that one off. That's the right one. That's it. Okay, we got any more comments? Keep on the lookout for that. We spend more on wine than any other European country, even France, where wine is now seen as old-fashioned. Now, I'm surprised at that, but you do hear of people all the time when you look on Facebook say, "Oh, there's Davy Scorby Patterson's picture. He's actually put he's put it on there, his son's picture. So if you have a look at that, you'll see why I like it so much. I absolutely adore that picture, really do."
Davy keeps hearing like sounds like a tattooist in the background. He said that a few times tonight.
Like what sounds does a tattooist make? Because I've never been to a tattooist. I've worn Billy Stampers, but what sound
It'd
is
be
it?
like the humming electricity kind.
Like a humming vibrator?
I'd imagine.
No.
Don't know. Wonder if we have got a little ghost in here today.
Nah. Has anybody died in this house?
No.
Nobody's died in this house.
No.
Too new. It was built in the 70s, wasn't it?
People have died who used to live here, but they didn't die in the house.
They haven't actually died in the house.
No.
No, I doubt they would come back. Nobody would come back to our house in the States.
Nobody's died in the street, like in the house.
But here's the mysterious thing, because a public footpath used to go directly through the middle of our house.
So somebody could have it. Like.
Somebody might have just dropped dead on the public footpath where our house is.
Yeah. Because they just have a Roman settlement as well at the top of our...
We did, but like... But there was a Roman settlement about 2,000 years ago, wasn't there? We could have loads of Roman soldiers marching through the middle of our lounge.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true, we had a public footpath going straight through the middle of our house, and it wasn't changed until about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, people could have smashed our walls down and walked straight through the middle of the house and not been against the law. Right, woad was once used as a blue dye. What's woad?
Don't know.
Oh, right. Before being superseded by indigo. That was the end of the woad. End of the woad for woad. Okay. Aardvarks are only found in Africa.
Don't know what an aardvark is.
I think it's a bird.
It's not a bird, it's an animal. I had to draw one at school.
Yeah.
Like an anteater type animal.
Yeah, there's an etcher saying for mash get smashed. That's the one. That's what they used to say, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who else we got? We've got Tracy Andrew there. Kate.
Kale.
Kale has more vitamin C than orange. What's kale?
Kale's like a green, like a lettuce.
Is it? All right. And Davy Scorby Patterson says the sound you can hear is like a buzz, yeah, like a woman's best friend. Oh, there we go. They're back to Ann Summers again then. Only 13% of us now go out on a Saturday night. That's true.
Yeah.
People used to go out on a Saturday night all the time, but not anymore.
But it's cheaper now just to do it and like get a drink in the house, isn't it?
Well, it was.
And it was like a social thing then, like the blokes would all go out, you know, and have their pints and smoke in the pubs, and they can't do that now.
Well, yeah, I think the price of drink is affected that as well. I don't think people have been able to afford to go out. But with I notice in Cramlington, people are going out again on a Saturday, and people are going out again on a Friday. And the reason for that is Wetherspoons.
It's a family pub as well. It's like more.
People can afford it now, though. Yeah. With Wetherspoons being there,
they're more like the pubs are like a lot more friendlier now than they used to be before. You used to walk in and you had all your locals, and they were just all like stare.
They still get pubs like that,
you
don't
do.
you? I mean, you do find that a lot of places are friendly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the locals who used to go to pubs quite regular stopped.
Yeah.
Because it got too expensive for them. Yeah. Also, Davy Scopey Patterson's hearing his strange noise in the house as well.
No, it's like ours he's saying.
It is? Yeah? Oh, well, there you are.
I haven't got any bees in the house.
No, nothing like that. I kind of chase the bees straight away, don't I? Yeah. All right, then. Hensley more eggs when Radio 2 is played to them, especially... Oh, hang on. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon. You see, I'm revealing... that I'm reading from Steve Wright in the afternoon, because it says especially my program. Oh dear, this is no good for fans of Night Owls Metro Radio.
Everybody does this during the day.
I know. Now I'm wondering if Alan Robson actually released a book. I mean, I know it was about 30 years ago when he did the Encyclopedia Robsonica.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if he released a book of the facts that he did in the Encyclopedia Robsonica. Trying to get a copy of it would probably be next to impossible. But that was really good. That was a favourite part of the show for me. Do you know magician Paul Daniels has the personalised registration number magic on his car?
Is he still going?
Oh, that's tragic. Yeah, is Paul Daniels still going? Yeah, he's still going.
Yeah.
But he appears in places like Pontons now.
Right.
You know, where the swimming pool's not open. Yeah. Celebrity Big Brother's Jermaine Jackson married his brother Randy Jackson's ex-wife. Okay, it says Celebrity Big Brother's Jermaine Jackson.
Why can't they just say it?
Why can't they say
just Jermaine Jackson? Everybody
Jermaine
knows
Jackson, because we all know who he is. In fact, if Jermaine Jackson's famous for something, it's probably not Celebrity Big Brother. It's probably being a member of the Jackson 5. But there we go. Did you know Steven Gerrard is the only footballer to score in the finals of the FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League, and I don't know how to pronounce that. What's that? UEFA Cup. Is that it?
Yeah.
You can tell I'm not really interested in football. I have to pretend I'm interested in football when I talk to people. Say, "What do you think of the game?" And I go, I was shocked, man. Were you shocked? I was shocked. And go, aye, mate. I was surprised that he didn't hit that one. So was I. So you've got to bluff your way through, haven't you? Okay, then how we're doing? We're coming up to the last 2 minutes of the show, and then I'm going to go to bed. Oh yeah, you like it? Not a lot, but yeah. All the catchphrases come from the old, from the old 70s. Exercising a dog is not only good for you, but it wards off depression and loneliness, said a survey at the University of Portsmouth.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, it can. Actually,
unless you've got a dog like ours, and it's like,
oh yeah, because
people are like horrible to it.
Well, our dog is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and it's got funny colouring on it, so it won't ward off depression and loneliness. It'll probably cause it because everybody steers clear from you.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I can understand it, because if you take a dog for a walk regularly, you do get to talk to people, don't you? As you're going around, you get to know people. It's just one of them things, isn't it? Yeah. If they're friendly. David Scopey Patterson saying, "What is this football of which you speak?" It's quite right. That's the way I feel about it. It's just when people assume that you know all about football. It's like one of those things that you should just know about. And I'm like, I'm not interested, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I'm not interested. It's just I'm not interested enough to keep up with it.
Yeah.
I am interested to a point.
David Tennant got into Doctor Who because he liked it when he was little. They're making a new Doctor Who series as well.
Oh, they should be finished it now.
They're doing series number 9.
Yeah, they should be. Well, is it not due to come out in autumn?
I don't know.
I still love. Well, I love Doctor Who. I am not keen on. Is it Peter Capaldi?
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
I haven't been able to get into him, and I know that sounds terrible. All the other Doctors have been just accepted straight away. Peter Capaldi
He hasn't got any personality though.
And the writer of Doctor Who, the storylines are terrible.
Yeah, they said they're bringing back all the old aliens and that.
Well, yeah, but it's not like they didn't have the old aliens in the last series.
Mm-hmm.
They still had them, but the Doctor doesn't work for me, and the storylines don't work for the writer. Doesn't work. It's no good. I'm not. I still watch it, but I'm not enjoying it like I used to.
Yeah.
No way. Anyway, we've got through to 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock, isn't it?
Hey, gosh.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Davey's just told us there. I think he was giving us the price of beer.
He was.
And you've just lost it, haven't you?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. 4 pint cans of Stella, £5. 4 pints of Stella in a pub, £13.
Yeah.
Go figure. He's quite right, and that's exactly what we're finding. Have we got one last one for Minette?
I'll refresh my page.
Oh, she's going to refresh her page there. There we go. So we're going to get this last one from Annette there. All the way in Morpeth, I'll have you know, Annette is.
And that thing comes out in September.
Oh, the new Doctor Who comes out in September. Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, well, that's brilliant. Oh, well, that's fun.
How's the moon moving?
Tracy Andrews saying the moon is now about 18 times further away from the Earth than when it was formed 4.5 billion years ago. Well, yes, you're quite right, Tracy Andrews. It is. It slowly moves away from the Earth, and that's because it was a protoplanet, or it crashed into the Earth as it was being formed. So when it crashed into the Earth, what you had was the protoplanet was virtually destroyed, and all of the debris through gravity came together and formed the moon. Now the moon when it came together, apparently, hey, here's some science for you. All the gravity brought the rocks together, started to form the moon, but it was very close to the Earth. And I believe it was through centrifugal force that it's slowly moving away from the Earth. And as it gets further away, the gravity of the Earth gets weaker, and it slowly moves away as well. But obviously, we are affected by the tides are affected by the moon's gravitational effect. So when the moon was a lot closer, I imagine that the tides would have been a lot. Yeah, there would be, but the moon was incredibly close.
Yeah. It is nice when you get like a full moon that's so close up here.
Yeah, because the Earth was molten when it happened. So when the protoplanet hit the Earth, it would have been molten again.
Yeah.
So there you are. So anyway, so there we are. And one last one from Davy Scorpy Patterson before we sign off. Oh, they're coming up there.
Yeah, they're coming up there as well.
All right. Davy Scorpy Patterson saying, been a good show, just sorry I missed all of it. Now, tonight's show has just been me and Shell, just having a bit chat. Mate of mine says that's what happens on the Night Owls for Night Owls show. Just you and Shell having a chat.
Well, it is. I mean, we don't like have a structure. It's
Well, that's true. I like to have it where it's banter, where everybody's having the penny's worth on the Facebook page. We read it out. But I suppose for the next show that we do, let's see if we can get some more people on having a bit chat as well, because you should be able to join us on the YouTube, if you know how to do it. We'll look into it, and what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to click join the conference, and then you'll all be on together and just make a comment when you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to start using the webcam as well, so you can see we're, because I'm not sure if that would enhance the show, seeing us.
Oh, God, no.
And I think it would probably make it a bit more difficult. So I think having it as a conference call where we can all talk to each other, that would be great.
Yeah.
But for now, having all your comments on here has been absolutely brilliant. So that's wonderful. So thank everybody who's joined with. Kaylee Brown. Oh, no.
No, that's a different site.
She's not. She's just liking my post on Cramlington Buy and Sell Free site. I noticed nobody's offered the Great North Run yet. Never mind. Anyway, it's 6 minutes past 12. We've gone over time. Do you think we'll get paid overtime for it?
No.
No, neither do I. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Davey Scobie Patterson. Thank you, Tracy Andrews. Thank you, Annette Henderson. Thank you, Stuart Robson. Thank you, Ollie Ely. Who else have I got? Thank you. Hang on. Who have I missed out? Thank you to Tracy Andrews. Thank you to Caroline. Thank you to just to everybody who's been there. I'm quickly scrolling down here to try and find out who's there. Is it Sarah Slater? Yes. Thank you to Sarah Slater. And thank you to everybody else who's been joining and who's just been listening in the background as well. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anybody's names. Of course, thank you to Kerry Louise Wisson. Very important that I say thank you to her. Hello, Kerry. It's always good to know that you're listening as well. Thank you so much. But thank you, everybody, for joining us again. We've had a lovely time. And I hope you can join us for the next edition. I don't know when it'll be. Am I working next Friday? Oh, I have got a busy.
Yeah.
So we'll not be on next Friday. But I'll let you know when the next one is on. It may well be September. I'm not sure how I'm booked for discos over the next.
It's like the end of August-ish now.
It is the end of August, and so we'll see how things go. But I will let you know, even if it's just a day in advance, like we did yesterday. I will put it on the Alan Robson's Night Owls page, the advert, and on our own. If you do know anybody who could be interested in listening to the show, let them know about us. But the more banter we get, the more fun we have, and it's been really great listening to everybody tonight, so thank you so much. Okay then, so we will now sign off. I'm going to go over to my control.
I don't know what to do.
You don't know how to use this, this is it's all modern technology. Shall I play with theme tune? Oh, I can't. I've switched it off. Doesn't matter. Okay then, if you can just do the Star Wars music then.
How do I do that?
Diddly 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 diddly. Din, din, din. Come on then. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us tonight. My name's been Alex the DJ Placky Bag. This has been my wonderful wife, Michelle. We hope that you can join us again next time. Oh my. Boto solo. Under the background. I'm not going to put you through any more of this. Thank you so much, everybody. See you again. Signing off. This is Alex the DJ Pluggy Bag. That's all, folks.